Well, the biggest thing more so than anything else is we'd have a negative play somewhere along the line. A couple times we started drives and on the first play, we'd give up a play. And instead of being second and 6 or something like that, we'd be in second and 12, 14, 15. Can't do that.
Big picture, as we talked about what you're trying to accomplish here, it's now 2 losses against the Cowboys and the Eagles this year. How important is it to turn that around specifically?
Well, it's very important. Just because they're in our division, they're who we play, and that's something that we got to work towards and focus on.
Ron, do you feel like this game in particular is almost like a microcosm of the season? You're so close, but just not close enough in a sense to get over that hump?
Pretty much so. Again, the biggest thing that I really appreciate is the guys fought, they played hard, they gave themselves a chance at the end. That's all you can ask for.
You were very big on responding to that Dallas game. Were you pleased in that?
I'm sorry?
You talked on Monday about responding to
Yes.
the loss. How do you think of that?
I was pleased with their effort. I really was. I thought they were able to handle some things pretty good this past week. I thought they practiced well on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They did the things that they needed to. And, I like what we were doing on offense and defense. Just unfortunately there were a couple of plays that we didn't make, a couple of plays we allowed to happen. And that's really the difference. I mean, the hard part is, kick field goals, and you're not going to win a lot of games kicking too many field goals when you have an opportunity to score touchdowns.
Anything you can tell us about Ricky Seals-Jones?
Yeah, Ricky, for the most part, it is. I don't want to underscore it, but he's fine. He's stable. I shouldn't even use the word stable. He's fine. They checked him. Some of the stuff they did was out of an abundance of caution, just to make sure, and they're going to continue to keep an eye on him. But for now, he looks to be pretty good.
Was he with the team post-game?
I don't know. I wasn't looking for anybody, but he was in at halftime. We did see him. He was up and around, walking around at halftime. So.
It looked like you had a good matchup with Bates on that last interception.
Yeah.
I don't know what you saw.
Well, I thought the guy undercut him a little too early for it to be a fair tripping call, but that's my opinion, and because I wanted the flag, obviously.
Ron, what do you make of
I thought he did a nice job. I think Jared's one of those young guys that the more experience he gets, the more opportunities he gets, the better he's going to be. He's a young, dynamic player that, definitely, can fit a role for you. He gives you everything he got, and I thought he did a nice job. I really did.
Ron, what do you make of Taylor's performance?
I thought Taylor was solid, sound, made good decisions. He got a little careless on that one penalty. Thank goodness there was a penalty. You'd like to see, just go ahead and throw it away at that point. And but I thought he did some good things. I thought he gave us a chance. Unfortunately, like I said, there were just a couple of plays that we as a team just didn't make.
What do you think prevented you guys from making those plays?
Well, that's something you have to take a look at on tape, and and we'll see for sure. But there were a couple of things that we got to be better at.
Defensively, it looked like you guys were using David Mayo more, came in maybe the last one was pull into that choice.
Well, I thought, some of the things that David did last week just kind of showed what he's capable of. And what it also did was it took a little bit of pressure off of Cole. David's a pure Mike, so we put David in that role, and we were able to use Cole in more of a what we call a dime position, the weak side inside backer of a nickel package. And I thought that combination looked pretty good, pretty stout.
Ron, is it a little disappointing, though, that Jamin hasn't elevated to where you can trust him in that? Is that disappointing at all?
Not necessarily. Again, he's a rookie. And I know he's a first-round pick, but he's still a rookie no matter how you look at it. And these young guys, they show you what they can do, and they're going to make mistakes. But there's growth, and that's the most important thing. It's like Diami. Probably ever since Diami started playing special teams, he's turned it into a little more confident player. He made a big tackle on the kickoff for us in coverage. Made a big catch, shows you what he's capable of doing. And, again, as these young guys get more and more opportunities and they show what what they can do, there's promise. So that's the biggest thing for us.
Ron, I know you said you'd be very disappointed without a postseason. What do you take away from what the team has done through at this point? I know there's another game left, but what do you take away?
Well, the takeaway is hopefully, we're developing the character that you got to deal with. When you have these types of situations, circumstances, the most important thing is how we finish. We got one more game left to go. I hope we show up, we do the things that we're supposed to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we go from there. and see how we are. And that's probably the most important thing. You know, it's that old saying, you get knocked down, well, it's how you get up that's important. So we'll see.
Ron, back to the thing of maturity that you talked about all season. Was it ever answered in your mind, or do you want to see that?
Well, I think we had moments. I really do. I think we still have a way to grow, though. You know, it's one of those things we'll continue to grow. You know, but we showed what we are capable of. We showed some resilience at times, and then sometimes we just, you know, it was overwhelming. You know, and I think that's a good word for the last couple of weeks for these guys. It was overwhelming on them, and as I said last week, you know, these are young men that had to deal with an awful lot. But I think, you know, this is something that we'll grow from, we'll learn from, and hopefully next year, you know, not next year, but next week, we'll come out and we'll play to our abilities.
Could you guys do your thought process on that 4th and 4?
We got a little momentum going, and wanted to see if we can capitalize that and keep it going, is what we were hoping to do. I thought we'd be able to stop them defensively and force the punt, and, you know, with having the timeouts at the time, still having 3, I thought we would be able to move down and put ourselves in position.
What did you think of the play caller decision? It looked like Taylor threw maybe short of the sticks.
Well, you know, on that, it's an option, and, you know, we like the matchup on it, but the receiver's got to push a little bit deeper, and that gives a clear-cut opportunity, and the route was just a little bit short.
We've called Bates' name a few times in the last few weeks, especially since Logan went down.
Yep.
What's he been able to do stepping up?
You know, I think the biggest thing he's shown is that he is a versatile guy. You know, he's a solid blocking tight end. He really is. And then at the same time, he has this little knack for kind of creating a little separation and putting himself positioned to make the catch. You know, and I thought that last play was pretty indicative of it. Again, I just, you know, guy undercut like that and trips him up, and it's unfortunate.